great new day filled with destiny and purpose. In our thoughts for today's series, we will be exploring day 21, achieving the authentic self, a prerequisite for creation release. The Apostle Paul implores believers in Romans 12:2, do not copy the behavior and customs of the world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for your life, which is good and pleasing and perfect. Conforming to the norm is perhaps the curse of our current social context. The more one conforms to the status quo, the further that person travels away from their true, authentic self. Paul knew the dangers associated with copying the behaviors of the world's customs of a pagan world. He knew that unholy associations ultimately affected the basic common denominator of all action, the thought life. The psychological cogitations that we subscribe to become prisons that confine us, or time travel machines that take us to new horizons. And so God is wanting to take you to a new horizon, and that horizon is greatness. The original intent for your creation was initiated in the heart and mind of God. Only God can tell you about the authentic self He created you to become. Some family members, teachers, and childhood friends reinforce the historical persons we have evolved to become. And some of our stories are quite grand and could actually be considered heaven on earth. There are others who would rather forget about the history that defines their lives because, like Langston Hughes, life for them ain't been no crystal stair. A person in this position is a prime candidate for God's unconditional love to seep in and transform their life by changing their thoughts. The new person that Paul speaks of is really not a new person at all. It's really the person God intended you to become even before the foundations of the earth were laid. I refer to this person as the true, authentic self, which serves as a platform for engaging the creation release process. Suddenly, God fills your mind with information about the person He created you to become. That's a great day. Everything from your personality to the proclivities that accentuate your character fits perfectly for what you were created to do and be. Life suddenly becomes pleasing and perfect. Spend 10 minutes today seeking God for the purpose of receiving information about your true, authentic self. Decide today to embrace achieving the authentic self, which is a prerequisite for the creation release process. Think about it. Day 21, meditating on a new thought exercise. Our reflection thought is, it is a sane notion to think you can be someone else. Perhaps this notion is the greatest offense to a holy God that only makes originals. Principle to remember. The psychological cogitations that we subscribe to become prisons that confine us, or time travel machines that take us to new horizons. Question to explore. Are you afraid of being your authentic self? If you are, ask God to help you to get over your fear, because being you is therapeutic. Make a decision today to live on purpose, on purpose. Think about it someday.